Hello everyone, welcome back. It's me again. Okay, first look at me. You can find that my hair is a little bit wet, right? So because there was a small accident just happened to me. Okay, by the way, I want to share you. A few minutes ago, yes, I squeezed a half lemon and unluckily a drop of juice lemon splashed my eyes, and of course it burned my eyes. And hastily, I dipped my eyes into a large bowl of water, and it made my hair wet. And of course, I dried off my hair with a towel bath, but it's still a little bit wet, like you see here. Okay, now come back to the main part of this video. Do you know that the latest video I made was on Monday last week, right? And up until now, today is Monday too, right? So 7 days ago, right? So it seems these days I am so lazy in posting videos, right? Yes, but it is true because in the first video of this journey, I told you that I would make one video per day, a daily basis, right? But these days, okay, 2 days apart, and even though 7 days apart, okay, I made one video, right? So, but you know that it doesn't mean that I get rid of learning English, or it doesn't mean that I don't care about studying English. Yes, it doesn't mean that I am lazy. I'm lazy in learning English. Yes, because these days I totally focus on listening skill. That is my worst skill. Yes, and so even though I don't post my videos regularly, frequently, but I always try to spend at least 30 minutes to 1 hour per day learning English. Yes, learning English, so that I always want to English keeps on my mind. Yes, because as I told you that in the first video, I am still here. I am waiting for my partners, yes, so they can come along with me on the journey of mastering English. Okay, and I always hope that they can go quickly so that we can accompany um, to on the next course 3 ahead. Okay, now today's topic is I think a common topic, that is get some groceries. Do you know groceries? Okay, I give you an example so that you can imagine, you can know this word. That is, oh, I need to go to a grocery store to get some groceries. Okay, now now you can understand this word groceries. Okay, some things you buy at a grocery store. Okay, okay, now let's imagine that you and I come into a grocery store in an English speaking country. Okay, and now I will be a tour guide, and now I take you in there, and then I am a tour guide, and I introduce you to some aisles or some sections or areas that has in a typical grocery store. Okay, now in general, you can understand that you can see that a grocery store, or we can say a supermarket. Okay, but in American, people often say usually it is normal to use a grocery store instead of using a supermarket. But they means exactly the same thing. Okay, now here I will give you some phrases that we can use to express this action. Okay, you can say that, oh, I need to get groceries, or I need to get some groceries, or I need to grab some groceries, or I run to the grocery store. Do you know that in English, people usually say run to um, somewhere else, okay, some places. But actually, they don't run, but they can walk to a grocery store, but the, they say that run to a grocery store. Okay, in the previous lesson of this, the previous, okay, in previous one, we also say the verb run, okay, run some errands, right? But today we learn another phrasal verb that use the verb run, okay, run to a grocery store. Okay, it doesn't mean that we always run to the grocery store. We can walk, okay, but that is the typical way to say that. Okay, or you can you can say that I do some grocery shopping. Okay, when you say that, I'm go to shopping, but people can imagine, you can think that, oh, you go to a mall, a shopping mall, and then you buy clothes or shoes or some kinds of things. But when you say specifically go grocery shopping, it means that you go to the supermarket to buy some food or some household items, etc. Okay, and now remember, when you do some grocery shopping, I think it's best of you to have you make a shopping list. Here, do you know a shopping list? Expressly is useful for a man, for a husband, right? Because they are the, for example, when my husband is charged with shopping, okay, I think it's better for me to make a shopping list and give it to him, so that it can help to save our time. Okay, when my husband go shopping, go sorry, do some grocery shopping, he just can look at it and pick things up. Okay, you don't waste time. Okay, and of course, when you go to a grocery store or a supermarket, I think you can easily find that here products are divided into sections, right? Okay, here we have stands of food. Here a stand of detergent, for example, and between them are aisle. Okay, aisle means a narrow alley. Okay, alley. Okay, on the other side, on this side of the aisle is a healthy and beauty section, or aisle. Sorry, and the other side of the aisle is for example, household items aisle. Okay, and in the supermarket or a grocery store, you can see that a section or an area. So it in general, for example, bakery section or bakery area or bakery section, or you can also say bakery aisle. So it depends on things that occupies. Okay, for example, if the bakery occupies a large space, so we call it bakery section or bakery area, right? But when the bakery is just on the aisle, so we call it the bakery aisle. Okay, now it depends on the space that things that the stand occupies. Okay, uh, I think this is important to important thing in important information that I want to give you so that you can imagine imagine when you go to a grocery store, a supermarket. Yes, in Ho Chi Minh City we have a lot of supermarket. It means it's very large and yes, and of course all information I give you that are very typical in a normal supermarket. Okay, now I want to ask my friend, so what would you like to come first? Okay, my friend recommend that she wants to go a bakery aisle or bakery section because here the smells of the bread or cakes so nice, just so good. Okay, now bakery is where is a place where bread and cakes are made, right? Okay, you can also say the bakery aisle, or the bakery area, or the bakery section. Okay, now uh, okay, next, the the next one we want to get to is the produce section. Produce, do you know me? I think you are very familiar with this word, but in the verb meaning, right? But I want to notice that if it's a little bit different in different pronunciation between them. When produce is now it pronounced produce, produce. Okay, produce. Now you go to the produce section. What does it mean? Produce section. Produce means things that have been made or ground, especially it connected with farming. Okay, um, now here you can guess what is the produce section. What are things here? What are things here? That is fruits and vegetables. Okay, remember when you go when you get to produce section, it means we go to the fruits and the vegetables section. Remember? Okay, and then next I will take you to the frozen food section. It's in frozen food section because I think that nowadays the normal life, the modern the modern life, people use frozen food a lot. Yes. Why? Okay, it's because these days people are very busy, right? And they want to go to frozen food section and get some buy some frozen food dinner, right? And then they brings them bring them home, right? And then it is very quick and easy to make it at home. Okay, uh, they can buy pizza, right? Pizzas or dinner food, right? And in general, we often people some like ice cream. Okay, so we have to um, you have it in a typical supermarket always have a large frozen food section. And one of the reason when we have frozen food section because we don't uh, we don't produce. Okay, here in some first sentence, okay, in the previous sentences I say that we produce, it is a noun. When it is a verb, it is pronounced. Okay, produce, remember, produce, produce, produce. Okay, one of the reason why we we freeze food, that is we don't produce food all year round, right? So when you harvest and we harvest and then we freeze them, we freeze food like beans or peas, and then you can use it in the winter. Okay, in the summer, and then when you freeze them, and then you can use it in the winter, right? Or for example, in Vietnam has a hot and humid climate, right? And we have many delicious fruits like rambutan, durian, or lychee, um, mangosteen, or for example, right? But they are seasonal fruits. Okay, so when you want to eat in the different time of the year, so I think you need to freeze them so that you can eat in the different time of the year. And okay, now next. But I think frozen food is I think is not healthy, and I don't buy frozen food very much. Yes, it means I just buy ice cream, for example, because it's my favorite. It's my kids' favorite food. They really like they really like eating ice cream. And then sometimes I do buy some frozen pizzas or fresh breads, because they are on sale and the price is cheap, super cheap. That's the reason why I buy some frozen food, but in a short time, in a while. Okay, when they are on sale. Okay, go to the next one. We go to the dry food aisle. Dry food, I think I don't know what to call it exactly, but I think dried food aisle is where you can find pasta or noodles. Pasta means an Italian food that is made of flour and water, and sometimes adding eggs. Okay, and do you know that they are usually formed. They are usually formed into different shapes. Sometimes it's long. Sometimes it's long. Sometimes it's maybe it's long, or maybe it's a circle, or maybe it's in a square shape. Okay, and pasta is okay. I think we can also simply say that the pasta aisle, right? Pasta aisle, and pasta is of course is dry, is hard when it dry. Okay, and it is soft when it is cooked. Okay, when cooked. Okay, next I'll take you to the a bulk food. You know a bulk, bulk. Okay, a bulk food. Here we they just have some beans. They just have beans of food. For example, cereal, sugar, rice, okay, or candies, etc. Okay, here, and then you can you need to get a container or a bag, and then you can fill it, and then you pay by weight. It means you have to weigh the food you are buying. Okay, a bulk food. Okay, here you can buy food in bulk. Okay, it means in a large load. It means here the food is not packed. It's not packed in a bag or in 1 kilo or 2 kilos. Okay, here they just put food in a bin, and you can you can buy, and you can buy how much you want. How much you want. Okay, now next is the beverage aisle. Beverage. What does it mean? Beverage is any kinds of drink except water. Water is considered a beverage. Okay, here at the beverage aisle we can find Coke, Pepsi, or some kind of drinks, carbonate drink. Okay, next to the opposite the beer or wine. The beverage aisle is beer, wine, or spirit section. Okay, spirits. What does it mean? Spirits means a strong alcohol drink. Spirits. Okay, next, I think in any household, in any small supermarket or small grocery, in any grocery store, we have household items aisle. Yes, household items. It means things that you can find around. You know that it's raining heavily, so I need to close the window to block water spraying me. Okay, household household items, things like detergent, okay, laundry detergent or dishwasher soap, or bleach or fabric softener, or some things that you can use to clean your house, to tidy up your house. Okay, for example, plunger or sponge or duster or squeezer or a mop, right? Or a broom, right? Broom. Okay. And next, I think on the same aisle, but in the other side of the aisle is the health and the beauty section. Here you can find some kind of cleaning solution to wash your body, like a shampoo or soap, or even though makeup. Yes, makeup. What does it mean? Well, makeup, it means colored substances that you used on your skin so that it make you look more attractive, or it can change your appearance. Of course, when you put on makeup, right? Of course, you look so more attractive. You look more beautiful, right? Okay, and next, okay, here in the at the beauty and health section, you can find deodorant. What does it mean? Deodorant means you can put on that is substance, is what you can put on your body to prevent to prevent or to hide unpleasant smells. For example, um, you can use deodorant to put on your armpit. Armpit, it means a part of your body under your arms, where it joins shoulder. Okay. Okay, when you put deodorant in your arms, in your armpit. Okay, you can make you smell nice during the day. Okay, now here I take you to an attractive, a delicious counter. That is a hot food counter. I think it is a small restaurant built in a grocery store. Here you can find food ready to eat. For example, a cup of coffee, French fries, or cooked rice. Okay, some foods. Okay, some foods that are ready to eat. That is a hot food counter. Okay, now. Okay, let's imagine that when you go to a grocery store and when you want to find something that but you don't find it, so you can ask, oh, so of course you need some help, right? So you can ask, oh, have you seen a worker around, or did you see a worker around? In general, I call a person who works in a grocery store is a worker. And here are two ways of questions that you can ask when you need any help. For example, that in which aisle I can find, or for example, Oreo cookies or spaghetti sauce, right? Or you can ask, where I can find, etc. Okay, now so those are typical questions that you can use. Okay, now when you are done shopping, now you go to the checkout, or you get to the checkout. Where is the checkout? The checkout where we pay for our groceries. Okay, here we have cashier and cash register, right? And now when you get to the checkout, you always have to, I think you usually have to wait in line. Okay, and right now you have to wait for at least 2 meters away, away from the person in front of you, because we are under the social distancing guidelines, right? Okay, yes, when you are done shopping, you go to the checkout. And when you go to the checkout, when it's your turn, now it's your turn. Okay, you put all things on the belt. The belt that is thing can move. Okay, can move so that the belt can bring things closer to the cashier. Okay. Okay, and then if you have 10 items or less, okay, you can use express checkout. It means here you can, for example, you are in a hurry and you just buy a few groceries. Okay, and now of course when you pay, okay, when you make payment, right? After you make payment, the cashier gives you a receipt or a small piece of paper indicating everything that you have purchased. purchased. Okay, and the person at the end of the checkout is the packer. Okay, in some grocery store they have the packer. The packer is the person who help you to put your groceries in your grocery bags for you. Okay, but in some grocery stores, they don't have the packers. Okay, and then you have to bag it yourself. It means I usually put things in my bags myself. Okay, and now um, okay, now you are done. Okay, now you are all done grocery shopping. Okay, now you get out the grocery. Now you load the groceries into your vehicles. You load the grocery into your vehicles. Load means you have to put things into your vehicles. Things in the Okay, load is. I do find that this verb is familiar, right? Okay, in some previous lessons, we uh, mm, use this word. Okay, we load the laundry, we load the detergent, right? Okay, now we load the groceries into your vehicles. It means you put things into your vehicles. Okay, and then when you get home, now you unload the groceries. And you know that when I get home, my kids always help me to unload the groceries. Why? And they are so excited um, to help me unload the groceries. Do you know why? That's because they are so happy, they are so excited to find, to see what I bought. That's the reason why always they always willing to help me, because they want to see what I have purchased. Or sometimes ask they can ask me that, oh mommy, did you get a cup of bubble tea that I asked for? Okay? Or sometimes they ask, oh mommy, did you get some ice cream I asked for. Okay. And now okay, now after you unload the grocery, okay, you get into the kitchen, and then you put the things away. You put the things away. Okay, it means that, oh, my phone is low on battery, so I have to say quickly. So that is okay. That it means when you are all done grocery shopping, the last thing you do is to put the things away. Okay, that's the end of my video today. Bye.